Hello, everyone, and welcome to CSR Main. Tonight we've got another match of the Z2R Randomizer Standard Tournament 2024 here. We've got ourselves a round one, game two match between the Alan Heffley and Taelin. I'm starting with me on comms. Nightcrawler, how are you doing?
It's a good day, We're in the holiday season now, and we're getting the first of our gifts with this match.
Yep, yeah, this is December 1st, and we've got some Z2R for the night. Got a doubleheader tonight. We'll have this, followed by Paratroopa versus Valence just after, so should be fun.
Indeed, indeed. So TAH is our friendly local tournament organizer, generally speaking. Taelin is a bit newer. Is that correct?
Yep, Taelin, a newer member to the Z2R community, but is not new to randomizers. I've known Taelin for a little bit now. We've come together a few times, and I've commentated him a few times now for LTDPR, where he's been around for a good couple of years. So, but yeah, relative newcomer to the Z2R community. We'll see how this goes.
I love how we're
Um,
getting more, racers from other Zelda games racing in Z2R. I feel like we should make Z2R, the community like welcoming to those people.
Absolutely, yep. It's always neat to see other people who aren't like the, community old timers like Alan, who of course turned admin has been around for years and years.
Yeah, he's gonna need like bifocals, trifocals, quadfocals. He's an old man at this point. He's he's been our tournament guy for so long.
He has, and work is much appreciated. Bit of a one-man show with Z2R, so
That's right. And I see we got Irene, Lufia, Zero Wing, Trails, Mirai, and D Bean in chat.
yep,
And someone named
yeah.
Star. Who's that?
Teehee. Gonna start waving his cane at you, telling him you to get out of his palace. Ha, Tom. And shout out to Tom Wataki, who's our tracker tonight.
Ah, yes.
We'll be going here shortly. This is a game two. Alan did take game one. Apparently, it was a bit of a stinker, given that Alan beat the seed in an hour and 51 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
That was a
Yeah,
winning time, I should clarify. Alan won the race with an hour 51.
I'm guessing the other racer DNF'd.
Taylor dot quit it. Understandably, I wouldn't blame
Yeah,
him either after an hour and 51 minutes.
man, I want
Apparently,
to.
a GP full of blue chickens without fairy or shield is bit TH in the bit.
Yeah, that'll do it. All
He's
right,
been up
looks
for
like
a
we're
while.
almost started here.
Yep, and we'll see what we get for today.
Hello. I don't recognize that sprite. It's like a witch.
Haven't the slightest idea, as it looks like we've got a mountainous west, starting in the
Mary.
middle of the eastern coast with a palace. What is that? 2 or 5? I didn't quite catch.
That's 5 on TH's side.
Okay. Bridge to DM. That's fun.
Oh. Yep, certainly is. I like it. It's a nice open DM. Oh look, once you get boots, or if you just pass through this one cave, probably you can get. You can get yourself,
yeah, there's just no reason to right now because we don't have a hammer.
Yeah.
Magic jar on the other side for Taelin on Stonehenge in the northeast corner, straight north of Start.
Yep. Yeah, these mountainous biomes, they lead you down quite the path sometimes. You're quite a bit less open in terms of how you can maneuver, which can make dodging enemies a little tricky sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But
there
this
are
tends to
often
be
forced
very
encounters. Yeah.
And backside of Fairy Cave, which is interesting because that means there's more land to the south of here, which I would have thought we were all the way down the coast, but apparently not. We're gonna need Fairy to keep going down the eastern coast.
Interesting.
At least from that side.
Yeah, but to see what's down there. Or, if they get boots, they could possibly walk along the coast.
That's possible, although, well, we're not going that way, because that's a body of water over there, too. Actually, on further thought, that's a very funny cave there to the east of TH's position. That's gotta be either a dead end. That's gotta be a dead end connector of some sort. But in other news, I'm pretty sure we need boots. I don't think there's actually a way out of this scene without boots. I think we need to go to Hammer Cave. I think we're already locked out of everything but Hammer Cave somewhere in DM.
Don't play with my heart. This is my. This is like a dream to me.
It's possible. Actually, I forgot that there's this cave for Taelin, so it's either this cave or this cave for Dig Hammer DM for Hammer Cave, or just a way to a pass or a connector. Yeah, because I don't think we're getting anywhere otherwise.
Well, at least they're picking up a couple levels. It's not as hard as it could. It looks really hard to me, but. They're surviving pretty well.
Yeah.
And choosing what to take damage from is no. TH dropped the pea bag on the ground. What was on Taelin's side just there? Was it a magic container?
No, he got a magic container earlier. I didn't actually catch what that one was. Chat
trophy. Looks like Telmal.
Yeah, chat's what's that? We'll catch the menu at some point.
No, yeah, said statue and marked it as statue.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the trophy.
Alright, well that's technically an item, and unfortunately really doesn't help us right now.
Yeah.
We kind of need a, need to be able to get around the west a bit before we can do that, and I'm pretty sure we're... I think we're boots locked off the west here, although we do have another cave here that I missed. Ooh, game over though for Taelin.
Looking like there's some hope here. You know, we got the pea bag cave.
Yeah, I must have gotten a bit lost because I missed that cave earlier and I thought we were out of caves to check, but evidently not. My sense of direction sucks as always. And I think I realized what happened. I forgot there were two caves by P5. I was thinking of the Fairy Cave. Back of Fairy Cave is further west. Whoops.
Yeah, TH having a little bit of an issue with this red Dyra in Architator Cave. Certainly understandable. Red Dyras are probably the worst enemy in the dark. Well, in this set of caves.
For sure, yeah.
Nice, 200 points. That's an extra life level. Probably want to get that right now. We got a high five with these runners. 100 points. Ooh. From the back. Yikes. Oh, almost. Guess you got to clear out the left side of the screen and then clear out the right side.
Yeah. Rough encounter for sure there for Alan. Taelin and Killer P-Bag Cave. We'll see what this item is. Because yeah, this P5 and that trophy were straight south of Stonehenge. Okay, there's our boots.
There
I did not have to dig DM. My sense of direction is in fact terrible. But yeah, that was a hard required boots in the first 5 minute 40 boots for Taelin hard required because we couldn't get anywhere on this west without them, basically.
Alright, Star, if we ever go on a road trip together, I'm driving.
Honestly, that's a fine idea. I'm also not a very good driver, I'll be honest with you, so... I have my license, but I do prefer to not drive. It is, I can drive, but it's probably better if I don't.
Road trip through
driving on country
Hyrule.
roads, okay, but driving in the busy city, yeah, let's probably skip it.
You got boots, Taelin. If you want to check north, you can just walk on the water.
Yeah, man, I don't think he's gonna do that just yet. This is a vanilla-like DM. We started on the western side, which is kind of annoying, because there's... who knows where anything is in here except for Spec Rock.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's possible that Hammer Cave might also be up in the top left as well.
I think the cave, the south-facing cave there, just goes to right by the bridge.
I think you're right. But I think if they picked up just about any item now, they'd be happy.
Debatable.
Looks like there's quite a bit of DM to the north of them.
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of the western side, it looks like, is where we got dropped off. This is at least a vanilla-like map, so there's a fair bit of there's a fair bit of openness we can do. I think that's how, it looks like if we go east, we can walk along the coast to see if there's some to see if there's anything interesting on the eastern coast there, because there's quite a bit of water over there.
I love walking along the coast of DM. There's so many options, so easy to access.
Yeah. Taelin, I think, is just trying to, just pick a cave and go. It doesn't really matter which east-facing cave you take. It looks like they all drop you out on the other side. You just need to pick one. Alan is still having fun in this cave here, trying to get his trophy.
Yeah. You know, he doesn't know this, but he could leave there and come back later.
Yep. And that is a game over. Ouch. Okay, we're on the northern side of the map now for Taelin. That looks like it goes just to the other side of the thing.
I'm excited for this DM dig, even if it's not, as important.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, TAH is cruising along. Oh, you can't walk. Okay, you can walk at least to here. You can get to the southern portion, just you have to enter via swamp, which is kind of nice. You got
No, that is hard boots lock Rudo. You had to walk down the coast to get here.
Yeah, that's
or
what
get ferry, but we don't have ferry to go through Fairy Cave. Sadly, he did game over a couple of times even. There's Hammer Cave in the northwest corner for Taelin. Fortunately, TH game over a couple times trying to get that trophy. It's not hard to get back to, at least, but that is a little bit of a time loss for him.
But yeah, it's nice that the randomizer put this... What's it called? What's it called when you have like a marsh? It's kind of salty by the ocean, where there's like an outlet from a river into the ocean. It's on the tip of my tongue, but we got one of those in that corner, and you can enter the rest of Hyrule from there.
Yep. And there's P2 in the far southeast corner, and looks like there's a town just west of here. And that cave there should be that town or that cave over there should be the other side of Fairy Cave.
Well, it's not Delta. I mean,
which it is. And our town down here is Vito with Fairy in it. Okay, yeah, so this was a hard required boot switch. Thankfully, we weren't that far from start, but that was hard required. Given that Fairy was on the other side of this boots block.
Estuary. That's what I was trying to think of. That's we got the Rudo Estuary. And you even have a nice silt. You can interpret the sand that they're on as a layer of silt from the runoff.
Did anyone in chat catch if TH got a medicine hint? I missed it. Rudo here in the middle of the southern side with life in it. I mean, won't complain, especially on a mountainous map and with how much TH has been game overing today.
Alright, picking up Reflect. Very nice. That's one of the required spells.
Yep.
And unfortunately, if TH comes here without the trophy, it's going to be a double dip for him.
He was just here a minute ago, so he does have to do that. Life will make it easier for TH to survive these caves, though, since he's gonna pick that up right now from Rudo. Not Rudo. It's Rauru Brain.
Heal more.
Ah, yes, a good old Dragon Warrior reference.
Heal more is, would be nice to have here.
It would.
Alright, that's P2 on Taelin's side. Even though, P2 is not the hardest dungeon to do, they don't really have a way to get through it, so... Yeah. Don't go in yet. It's not in logic, and I don't think we've seen any key drops yet.
Not that I've noticed, no.
Definitely 200-point P-bags in the drop pool. Ah, we got Fairy in
Yeah, we
Nito
just
here.
saw that a minute ago. Nightcrawler from TH. Another item cave for him, speaking of here. Chances apparently Taelin has a couple keys from drops. Huh, gotcha. Life spell doesn't seem to be particularly effective today.
That is cute. DM possibly required.
Sorry, what was the medicine? Did you see a medicine hint? I didn't catch it.
Yeah, it's in Death Mountain.
Oh, fun. Yeah, that's probably required for Fairy.
I'm gonna guess it's
guaranteed.
Hammer Cave instead of Spec Rock.
Could be either. We do know where both are. Taelin unfortunately game over in Hammer Cave, I think, so... did not get... But does know where it is for later, as Magic Jar for TH. Okay, yeah, Taelin does have a couple keys in his inventory, so we do have, in fact, keys in the drop pool, just...
Yeah, it just must have happened during buffering or something. When I was
Yeah, I've been a little distracted by a couple of technical issues on my end, so... quite caught everything so far.
Alright, well that's the opposite end of Fairy Cave.
Yep.
Kinda seems like the southern portion of Hyrule doesn't have a lot more to offer. Oh, never mind.
We're on the western side of the map now. Shield and Saria, they did both find Bagu kind of just by P2, so they will be able to go through Saria to the what I believe should be the northwest corner here. We're still missing 3 item caves as well. Or no, 2 item caves. We've seen 2 Magic Jars, boots, and a trophy so far, including Stonehenge.
Taelin giving it a valiant effort to get that life spell in on time, unfortunately. Yeah, even if your life starts going back up, it doesn't always register. Sometimes, you know, the initial damage, if it's enough to kill you, you just die, even if your life starts going up.
Yep. Alright, shield picked up for TH. We're missing 2 item caves in our last palace. 32 shields not bad at Magic 2 here. You can cast it 3 times on 6 bars right now. Okay, and that takes us northwest here, which means we can now head along the northern side, although he just kind of not walking very far east-west. I would have done more east-west walking as well, because I'm worried you walked past a few things. As, ooh, Hammerblock Cave here, just south of Trophy Cave, which is our second to last item. And that's a raft.
Well, Taelin making good use of the Reflect spell.
Ooh, and that is a game over for Alan.
Well, it's good to have
That's
the raft, although it might lead him away from Death Mountain, which... I mean, people don't want to do it, of course, but we gotta find the port first.
Yeah. I mean, the issue for him as well is that he game overed it, and he has most of the map left to check. He still has a good chunk of He still has a decent part of the map to check. We're missing one palace and a cave. And now he has to go all the way back around the west again to get to where he was. And that's not a quick walk.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit painful.
Like, in his situation on his last life, I don't know if I would have gone into Trophy Cave. I might have gone and see if I could find the last palace nearby so I could update before going into Trophy Cave. Because otherwise, he might end up doing what Taelin did, game overing and having absolutely no fast way back there.
Contrary to what I thought,
currently taking that raft to the eastern coast and seeing if there's a raft tile over there somewhere. I haven't seen one, but it doesn't mean there isn't one. I just not noticed it.
Yep, that's entirely possible.
I'm also just generally checking for any interesting caves, because continental connectors and the Hammer Cave do tend to be on the edges of the map. But nope, no raft tile on the southern shore and none on the northern shore either. Taelin did see that for sure.
So yeah, I mean, it could be that the raft is something that you know, go between Eastern and Maze, or...
That seems likely at this point.
Yeah.
It could be on the west, but I'd be surprised. Oh, that's a cave to the east here by to the northern side of Saria.
Yeah, it could be on the western continent. There might be a little bit more room, like a little hidden alcove north of the main starting area.
Yeah, it's possible. And we do have P3 in the northwest corner. Yeah, TAH, he really should have gone and found this before he did that trophy cave. He is going to find Hammer Cave, though, which is something that Taelin was not able to check. It's 3 or 6. Could be
That's going to be a pretty big deal, and then when he goes down to check west again, he'll have the medicine to turn in. Hopefully he can also get the...
Well, it's a 50-50 if he'll have the medicine. We don't know what's here.
For sure. But I'm pretty certain.
We'll see. As Raph picked up for Taelin. I would have gone south by the Hammer Block Cave there just to make sure there's nothing else hiding down there, because it's possible there's a... It's possible there's a... I'm not sure, because I'm not sure if that Hammer Block Cave is a connector cave, or is a pass-through cave, or an item cave, and I would go south just to see if there isn't another cave down that way to connect to the Hammer Block one. Well, it might just be up-airing before heading... Yeah, the palace before going there.
Yep, there it is.
This is Taelin heading east, and there's the medicine. You were correct on that. See, Alan will be able to get his ferry on this trip through, which is nice.
Hopefully he can pick up Trophy first, but it doesn't look like he's going to. It's a bit of a shame. I mean, he doesn't know it's Trophy. Actually, he might. He might have an inkling for it, because he might have gotten the hint. I didn't see if he did.
He got the hint, I believe. I don't know if he's seen every... He hasn't seen every check on the west, so he doesn't know for sure it's that. We're somewhere on the east. This is incredibly open-ended. And I have no idea where we're at. Other than this is the east.
Oh, how'd he get here?
Connector Cave. This was by the northern side of Saria.
Oh, cool, cool.
This is something that TH also did either didn't check or I missed him checking it. Not sure which.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
We are not, no.
Yeah, that attack 3 is a rolled up newspaper, basically, at this point.
Yeah, that took a lot of hits to take down that orange Lizalfos. Okay, this is a vanilla-like east. We're in the southeast corner, I think, and that is a hammer here for Taelin, which is nice to find.
That is... Well, that's pretty nice. That opens up 2 items, I believe, because we saw a hammer-blocked cave, and I don't think it was a pass-through.
Taelin didn't check the other side, didn't check south of it to see if it was a pass-through or not. I'm not actually certain. It's a good chance it is the last item cave, There's not a lot left on the west, but I'm not 100% sure. And then, yes, a lock spec rock, which Taelin's also seen.
Yep, so that's pretty nice. And, of course, we can also possibly look at the hidden tile.
Yep, downstab acquired for Ellen. So
Beautiful.
this guy calls it Yakhammer. Heart Container is a nice find for Taelin.
Well, now TAH is going to start picking up some time with the downstab. I'm not sure which of the two of them is ahead in the grand scheme of things at this point, but it looked for a while like Taelin had a little bit of a lead. But TAH with downstab should be making faster progress.
Yeah, it should help him catch up. He's a little bit behind because he had some rough game overs early. Simply could not get that trophy out of that one cave south of start. This east is a vanilla-like one, and it's incredibly open-ended here at the southern end, which is kind of annoying to navigate because you can walk anywhere. The problem is you can walk anywhere. We do have our first town there, just north of Taelin's position, and another cave here. We just saw a sunken P-back cave, so this is either a pass-through, or that's a pass-through. I saw that wall of mountains, and I was like, okay, that's a pass-through to keep going north then.
Yep, this is
has fire in it.
What could it be? And free. Guma sits on the
candle.
Candle? Okay, well, everyone's got their own thing.
Yeah, well, P5 is south of star, so they're probably just gonna not touch that for a bit. I did not see what Taelin just got out of the spell tower.
Neither did I. It was buffering for me at the time.
Chat? Actually, yeah. 500 point P-back, thank you. And ooh, we do have a palace hiding here in the southeast corner. Taelin being mindful to not accidentally skip this because it's easy to do. And I'll have some keys. Is here. Not a bad idea to take a look. Although this is a rather bright shade of... What color is this? Reddish pink?
Maroon? Magenta?
Maroon's more...
Well...
It's darker, maybe magenta. Unfortunately, I was looking away from TAH's screen, so I didn't see what he might have found near that hammer-blocked cave, but I assume not much.
Yeah.
Oh, TH actually got a flute. Okay, never mind. So flute is the last item on the list, and we don't need a hammer for it. Good to know. I'm not sure what the hammer block cave is then, but we'll find out later. Probably for Taelin. There's a raft tile hiding in a sneaky spot. I don't think Taelin saw that. Not sure how, but I don't think Taelin saw that as we see P4 on the maze. And we do have a connector cave here on the maze, which I'm assuming TH will go check. Room for Taelin.
Yes, it is.
And
nope,
okay, so that's what that dead end was. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I wasn't as familiar with that room.
Yeah, what did Taelin just get out of P1? I missed it.
A blue jar. That wasn't the item room.
Okay. Alright, then Maze Island hard raft block, so Taelin, sorry, has to go back to that raft tile, which I don't know if he saw it, because he didn't check it. And that's a little concerning, as Alan finds our first item on the maze.
Nice, nice. Ah, just some money.
Just another pea bag there.
Like this palace exploration, you know, even without the fairy spell. Probably the only time you can do this, though.
Yeah.
Unless he picks up the magic key or something. We could get a pretty cool item in this. Glove would be nice. Oh, no.
Or nope, just our 7th magic jar, which isn't really the thing we want to see at this point, I think.
Taelin doesn't, but TAH wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I suppose, but... alright, then here's Hump. Horse head. Wow, okay, tongue's just getting tied to knots today, apparently. I don't think walking down the coast is going to help TH. Doesn't. So I think he was hoping to find an easier access to the southern side of Maze Island, but nope. You're going the long way.
Alright, yeah, decent gem there. And yeah, once Taelin gets Fairy, it's going to be a very effective spell. However, we're not quite there.
No, Alan's found the other item in the maze, which is his 5th heart container. That also isn't very useful game. I mean, it's not the worst thing for TH given the game overs he's taken, but it's not a glove or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he checked the item cave that he had gamed over on in the beginning. His attack level's still a little low, but I think he's gonna do it. Yep.
That's where he's going. It is right by Star after all, so that makes sense. Alright, Taelin's now into the middle third of this east, which is apparently also extremely boots locked. Go figure.
Nice, trapping that Gorilla with a down stab.
Looks like we've got a Valley of Death entrance over there for Taelin. Here's a trophy for Alan.
He's walking it out. It seems like it would, you know, he might want to up an A out of here instead, but...
Yeah, it's really close to start. So I would have just bait out. Taelin's down to almost no health. Doesn't have down stab, and those elves are trolling him a bit. Thankfully, it doesn't matter, because here's the other of 3 or 6. And GP must be in the Valley of Death, then no process of elimination. Got another town here. And another town next to it. Dory has jumped, so we don't need our child necessarily today.
The wall knows nothing. Who would have known? Thanks for coming in, sweetie bit.
Thanks for the raid. We're about half an hour into a Z2R standard race here. And Alan and Taelin, well, it's going so far. It's extremely boots locked was a funny start, but right now it's just... Alan needs to find the east, or needs to go back to...
Eric with a child. I didn't see what spell was in Darunia.
Jump.
Jump? Probably want to get it.
I don't know if it's worth digging P4 necessarily. If it's on the way, I'd probably get it, but otherwise, I'm not sure it's worth it. We're gonna check this other town here for Taelin. Let's pass through there. And we have Old Pseudo with Spice Spell, which means Thunder's in the brewer today. Alan's gonna pick up his Reflect.
07 Chronic. How's it going today?
Visit tile for Taelin. And
As well
we
as
may not be
Wild.
halfway through. We've got a good bit of seed left.
Yeah. Oh, Taelin picking up the magic key on the desert tile. That's pretty interesting.
It's a good find. Not necessarily required to beat palaces today, but a good find. And it's also nice for Taelin, who does not have fairy, because he gained over to Hammer Cave before getting his medicine.
All right, TH jumping into. I believe this is P2.
This is P2, yes.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Tomo. Yeah, it's you know, used for killing Karok, and you can also nicely absorb a lot of attacks from normal enemies as well. Fireballs, thrown maces, even swung maces like that red Dyra there. Sorry, red Lizalfos. It can allow you to block them where you normally could. Oh, well.
Sorry, I was a bit sidetracked. What was that?
No, it's okay. Alan picked up the glove.
Oh, nice.
In P2. Alright,
There's Risen
Feedback
Feedback
Cave.
Cave for Taelin. And it's a Valley of Death entrance next to it. Taelin might go through it, which would be a little unfortunate because we know that's GP, but he hasn't seen Maze Island for P4 yet. He is going to get from here. Across. Okay.
Okay.
Not the worst thing to pick up.
Yeah. It'll come in handy at some point.
I think Taelin, it looks like, is going to go back to DM to get his medicine for Fairy, which makes sense, and then... and then we'll see where he goes after that. Okay, yeah, Tom. TH it's community text on these spell wizards, so that's why it's a bit different to the usual, and they can get kind of confusing.
Yeah, and that's not part of the seed. It's just miscellaneous flags, so you can do that independently on your own side without you know, ruining the race or anything like that. It's just sort of like selecting your colors. But it does make things confusing for trackers and commentators if you don't happen to catch, you know, the quarter second when they open the menu after they get the item, the spell.
And we have a mid-boss horse head within P2, therefore TH takes it down. Gonna be a pass-through one since we already saw the item. We'll see if this is our way to Helmet Head. P2 is one of the larger palaces, and there's quite a number of options in this one.
Taelin and Hammer Cave, very cool. So
You did
he'll be
see this
getting
earlier in
Fairy.
Game Over, didn't it? But he's now back in here with a lot more health and a lot more magic and levels, so he should be fine to get through here this time around. He's also, I expect, will go pick up Hammer Cave, Spec Rock. Sorry, well he's well, he won't walk back to Spec Rock from here, but I think he'll pick that up as well. That's right,
Yes,
that's
indeed.
right north of the bridge and very easy to get to with boots.
Now we know what's here. Some Kool-Aid.
And here's Helmet Head for Taelin TH, so not too bad. For him, at least, was a fairly quick P2. I know Taelin is going to skip Spec Rock. Just going to go for Fairy. I would have gone and checked Spec Rock for him there, in case that's a glove, but okay. And yeah, I think our life spell might refill 1 bar of health. It's really not very good today.
Feels bad. Oh no. Alan can't get through. Does someone have a jar? Can someone please kill me? Not a bonefish. I guess a bonefish I'll have to do.
Whatever works.
Did Taelin not pick up his fairy?
No, he's going there.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, these mountain biomes, super linear.
Yeah.
And a little disorienting, because, you know, most of the screen's taken up by the same tile. It really gives you a good impression of how much you can change the feel of a map, you know, even in something as limited as, you know, an NES game on Zelda, you know, Zelda 2, an early NES game, actually.
But yeah, I thought TH found the east and that's where he found the raft tile, but I must have been mistaken because because he's still on the west and I think TH just hasn't found the east yet, which is a little unfortunate. Oh, I see where he found that flute now. Oops. Sense of direction definitely got a little screwy there again. But TH is heading back to P3, which is fine. That's going to be another palace done for him. Taelin's picked up his fairy on the other side.
Yes, indeed. So, hopefully for Taelin, you know, he does P2 relatively soon, and he doesn't have to dig all these different palaces. A nice adventure for TH is, as far as I know, he is kind of in go mode. I don't know if I've seen GP, but...
It's in the Valley of Death. Yeah, TH has the items he needs, more or less, to beat the seed. I just don't think he's found the east.
Oh yeah, and of course, we also need Thunder. That's a big one.
Thunder's in Naburu, which must be on the northern side of the east from what Taelin's explored, so we'll get there eventually. I believe the northern side of the east is past Lock. Taelin just decided to go back to the west and get fairy before continuing north.
A little uncooperative Ribbon-neck.
Taelin hasn't found Maze Island, which is on a raft tile. I thought it was on the east, but I actually think now it might have just been me getting disoriented again. Yeah, there's flute for Taelin, which you're probably terribly mad to see. But Taelin hasn't found the maze. I don't think he just found the east, or so might be the issue right now. I could be wrong on both fronts, though. Mapgrind is breaking my brain a bit today, as Rebo's down for TH, a very fast palace there. He's just gonna leave.
You don't need to kill all these little dinky enemies, Taelin. It's okay.
Just wants to play safe, I think.
There's that P3.
Yep, and Taelin's gonna go beat it as well, might as well, since he's here, and it's a really long way back.
I don't think we saw any glove blocks in P3 when Alan was on his way through it.
I don't think so. Oh, Alan has gone to the east now, so that's going to his side.
No beams to pick up with. Yeah, there's... Actually, I don't think you can do that in Granny's house. Maybe you can. Oh no, my room has claimed someone! Well, there's no more enemies in that location anymore because the clipping sort of stuff that's going to happen.
TH gonna... I'm not sure. I'm not... Gonna head north here, not checking out the rest of the southern side. I might have been down here already again. I got a little lost today. But he's gonna head up here, find a couple of towns, and... Valley of Death entrance. Or this... yeah. This is hard. This is a hard container. My sense of direction's bad. Oh, and apparently it is 3 bars for life, and I just didn't catch it today. Okay. Sorry, chat. Star Brain apparently a little off for it.
It doesn't look quite as useless as the rumors claimed.
And 1-up in P3 is not useful.
Leave it. Leave it on the floor.
Yeah, I think Taelin's taking a different route than TH did through P3, because I know TH found Rebo pretty quickly, and Taelin is going not the right way.
It's boss.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Pegleg Greg. It's possible that Taelin double cast life and picked up the red jar before, but it didn't look like it. But you know, with compression, you lose some frames, so it could have been that way.
Yeah. Oh, and Raftel was in the southwest corner of the east. Okay, so TH had been here earlier. Yeah, I just got a little disoriented, and Taelin, I think, just missed that raft tile, which is a little bit of an ouch.
Yeah.
Not sure when he's getting back there. I'm not sure if there was much of anything else down there to go back to. So otherwise, that raft tile might take Taelin a minute to find.
Yeah, although Taelin does have the magic key, TH is having no difficulty making his way through these palaces with just fairies, so definitely got a bit of an advantage at this point.
I would say so, yeah.
Oh yeah, classic NES slowdown.
Yep.
Alright, another jam place for Taelin. Not checking for the item in P3, that's a little unusual. Did he already... No, he came across it, didn't he?
It was a 1-up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, because, like, you know, P3 is one of the easier palaces to check, but if he's already got it, that perfectly makes sense, or...
I think TH built out without it, but I think TH is at the point where he doesn't need much, which is why he skipped it.
Yeah, exactly.
TH in P1 and picking up that magic... Yeah, this is P1 and picking up that magic jar.
Well, Horsehead got a hit in, at least. He can rest easy.
That's better than Horsehead usually does.
Oh my gosh, Fairy's so cheap.
It is. That did not cost much for Taelin there. Or for TH, about a bar and a half, I think. We're finding the Guma hint.
At least he knows where not to check now.
Yep. I think Taelin might be on the hunt, possibly for a continental connector, knowing he's missing Maze Island. He's not going back to the east. But he did, unfortunately, just entirely. I just don't think he walked far enough over to see the raft pile, which is a common issue in vanilla likes. Is that it's so open-ended that it's just easy to just. Well, there's a common problem with the map rando, but especially in vanilla-like maps because they can be so open, where you just don't walk far enough over in a direction to see a landmark, and then that ends up biting you in the butt.
For sure.
Like, Taelin's making good progress, don't get me wrong, but does at some point need to find that Maze Island, since P4 is on there.
Yeah, that could be his Achilles heel.
He is going back to the P2 though, and this is a good thing because we've got a glove in here, so that'll be good for Taelin. Which will put Taelin in item go mode, just a... Where's that raft tile? And basically, where's that raft tile and where's the Buru? So Taelin should know that he has access to everything he needs to get to Naburu. It's just a matter of getting there.
Yeah.
TH is in the middle part of the east now. He's finding Darini with jump. He's gonna probably pick up Upstab and maybe check the child hint to know where not to go, I guess. I'm not sure why TH checked the hint there. I'm not sure what he thinks he could possibly want from a hint. TH is in item go mode. And that doesn't have a huge deal either way.
Love these Pastor Horsehead fights.
I believe this was just a little bit before Helmet Head. I think TH found the glove before this, so the glove was down a different path in P2.
That could be a big problem.
Well, yeah. Hopefully Taelin goes back in. Carrick disappears the child, right? We saw that earlier for Taelin.
Alright, here's the Horsehead, Helmet Head fight.
Yeah. Quick fight for Taelin, and that's going to be his third gem. Kind of with TH, and almost like TH in terms of gems, but his shorter glove and a raft tile. P6 here might be a bit of a slog for TH. There's no longer palaces, but let's see. And Taelin's going back in, that's good. He'll find his glove here in the next few minutes. Not really sure where it was, other than not on the path to Helmet Head. Just down this front somewhere. I do remember TH ferrying through this room. The issue is, as I'm reminded here, there's a lot of ways to go in this part of P2, and I don't remember which way is the glove from this elevator shaft.
I love that previous room that TH was just in. Those you can kill those little those little flames. It's funny. There you go, Taelin. Taelin.
Okay, he found the glove very quickly. Thankfully, it was just at the bottom of the elevator shaft, so he's out of P2.
Now you don't need to look for any more items. Aren't you happy, Taelin?
The issue is now he needs to find his raft tile, and he at least has to suspect, since there is that hard dead-end cave near start, which he can probably guess is a connector cave to nowhere that he can get to, which means he needs a raft tile for the maze. And Taelin's seen the coast of DM, so Taelin just needs to go back to east and check the coast to find his raft tile. He is into P5 as Alan finds a Barba here on his side.
Alright, I want you to come out flaming and let's see a good fight. Good, clean fight.
Child is not needed for Thunder. Child locks jump today, which is nice to have, but they're not going to go out of their way in P4 for it.
Oh, that Guma was quite the nuisance. And so you had another one. What is happening? Those hammers just keep coming out of the side of the screen. It's like the Guma got stuck like in the border of the map or something. It's really weird. Oh yeah, KLO. It's a really cool custom community room that was made for the last room jam.
Oh yeah, it's quite neat.
Are we seeing a high five here?
I'm not quite sure. I've lost track a little bit of where we've been in P5.
Very cool. They're both in it. I mean, and they're both going straight for the boss. Both have attack 4, so it's going to be a little bit on the tough side, but I believe their life effectiveness and other resources should make up for it. Oh, okay. So that's where that other Guma was. Alan, a minute or two behind Taelin in this particular palace.
Yep. But does have a P6 done and some better exploration.
Of course.
But the race isn't over yet, so we're almost an hour in, but we've still got a fair bit of palace left to do, and GP has yet to be seen.
Dead end. Must go left. That feels bad when you come out of one of these holes into this room. Elevator, please. Yeah. P5 being P5.
Yep.
Sin. And TH seeing the drop that Taelin came out of from the other direction, hoping not to see it the way that Taelin just saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, TAH is like, oh dang it, I left that red jar on the floor. That was bad. I'd say, yeah, you gotta go left here.
I think so, yeah. I've seen a pretty good amount of this bounce between the two runners. Drop.
I would try to make the jump. And Taelin did try to make the jump. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Okay, this is a different dead end room. Okay. No, it was the same room. He just didn't make the jump. Wow. Oh god. That's a huge setback.
Oh, that is.
That's like literally 1 or 2 minutes of setback, isn't it?
Yeah, because they had to go back there and then take that left. I don't know, apparently according to DB, they've come from left before you've seen both sides of it, so, huh. I admit, I've completely lost all sense of direction here in this P5, so I've got no idea where, I've pretty much got mostly no idea where Guma's at.
Wow, I'm surprised Taelin...
This is a dead end.
Taelin passed up that red jar. Oh yeah, this is not the pass-through version of this room, Taelin.
No, there were no enemies on the steps, just some generators.
And yes, I am sorry, Taelin. I did not approve the new room. That was not my call. It's like, if you fall for that room, if you fall for that mistake, it's like, the author's kind of like, gotcha. And that's not what you want.
We did, however, find a Guma, which is what we want to find, so that's good.
Here. My feet are tired from all this walking. Now, if they got their Pokemon pedometers, then they would have evolved their Pikachu a few times by now. Yeah, for both runners, it looks like this P5 is a huge time sink, which means that neither of them really is gonna put much, distance between the other. But we won't really know that until TH's out of here.
Yeah, because TH is still kind of lost.
Yeah, he was going in the right direction. We'll see how this works out. Now, if Taelin dies here to Guma, which is not impossible, that'd be a miserable experience. TH makes a jump. I don't think this jump was on the way to Guma, though.
I don't think so, no. I know Taelin did take it on his way to Guma. He took a drop and then ended up going elsewhere on the way to Guma.
Oh, I don't know. It's some good bullet time stuff from TH until he got shot in the back of the head.
making a bop from Guma in a second, but there we go.
Alright. Game, set, match in this palace. But he's still a palace behind, and it's, as far as he's concerned...
But Taelin, just at this point, knows that he needs to find Maze Island. Unfortunately, he fell into the trap of just not quite walking far over enough to see the raft tile. But if he can figure out that he's likely looking for a raft tile, it shouldn't take him too long to check the coasts. There's only so many places a raft tile can be at. TH taking a death.
Yeah, TH switching to safe strats halfway through the fight. I get what he's trying to do, but yeah, you gotta really be on your rhythm to do safe strats. So if you try to switch to it, it can really come back and bite you. Because you're on a different rhythm, and then you're like trying to make a transition very quickly. Yeah, exactly, Pegleg. Yeah, Alan is a whole palace ahead.
Yep.
Looks like TH is doing a better job this time. Hey, maybe... Oh, he's got the life spell, and it's not too bad. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Get him, girl! Talk about Zelda, of course. Alright, good fight. Especially at the end there. Taelin's still struggling to find that connection that he's been looking for. Yeah, I think TH's frame rate is a little lower, probably half of Taelin's. Taelin now taking all the pass arcades that he can. Probably hoping for a jar before he takes another 2 hits. Oh man, that was very close. He almost got pegged by a boomerang in the back.
Yep. I think TH is working his way... Yep, he's working his way back to the east to go to Maze Island. Taelin is a bit lost, unfortunately.
Yeah, it seems that way.
He needs to go back to the east, but I'm not sure he realizes that he's... Because he might think that there's still a possibility of a connector cave. We know that the cave that's the dead end on the northeastern corner of the west is in fact the last connector cave, and he can probably... And he has enough info to deduce it that's likely the case, but he might not have realized because it can be easy to forget.
Yeah, I can feel Taelin pulling his hair out right now.
I'm surprised he hasn't just straight up gone back to the east, because he hasn't seen the northern third of the east at all. So even if nothing else, he has that entire part of the map to check.
Yeah, he probably wants to save that all for, like, pre-GP.
Yeah, well, he has now, I think, confirmed to himself that he's seen everything he can check on the west, so that's good that he's out of there. He is unfortunately he's going the wrong way for the raft tile. He's going north, which is required for Thunder, admittedly. Daburu is somewhere up north. Okay, he's going back south again, because he needs to go all the way to the southeast corner, and that's the item room for Alan, which is a child we do not need, so we are not going to pick that up. I think he may have just picked it up, at any rate, not required. Yeah, Taelin, you need to follow the southern coast. In situations like this where you're missing a connector and one of your missing ones is a raft tile, I would make sure to double check the southern coast, just to make sure it's not down there. In this particular case, we also know that it's on the southern coast.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, wherever there's a coast, you want to check that, even if it's cut off. You know, it can be cut off and still be considered part of the coast by the randomizer.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I get it too, Taelin admittedly has not checked the northern third of the map at all and knows Thunder is up there somewhere, so this does make sense, but it does send him away from his raft tile.
Oh, that's a death right there. You can't figure out that one, TH.
Yep.
Yeah, this room has claimed many victims, and it's not even a community room. You gotta make sure not to turn around. Otherwise, if you've killed a rawhead, it's gonna come back. Although there's certain parts where you can turn around and, you know, to a certain extent, but... There we go. Well handled. Alright. Having that upstab is definitely good. We think Thunder is in
Naburu, Chadbur. It's gotta be up north somewhere on this vanilla-like east, just no one's been up there yet.
Honestly, you know what? Since Taelin is kind of running behind, like, if he knew what was up right now, like in terms of his position, not in terms of where everything was, I would be thinking, okay, maybe I should get jump, just in case GP is like terrible, you know.
Alright, Taelin's gonna be P6, which is fine here. He does need to do it.
Meanwhile, taking out his last boss, TH is in this arena, facing off against the modified Karok. And that's his final gem once he places it in a second. Man, and the position of the raft isn't even that crazy.
It's just, the issue is just that it's tucked all the way in the corner, and on a vanilla-like map like this where it's very open-ended, it's easy to do what Taelin did and just never walk past it.
Yeah. You gotta use them boots.
It is at least the raft tile, so Taelin will eventually figure out I just need to check the coasts. The issue is checking the coasts. And I think Taelin's gonna beat P6 here. I don't remember how long this was. I think the TH might have been in here for a good minute or two. But TH on the other side just needs to go north and find Naburu. He's just double checking the map. to make sure he didn't miss the Nibiru the way Taelin missed the draft tile.
I think Taylor might be a little tilted right now. Kind of
Yeah,
forgot.
I wouldn't blame him.
Kind of forgot about the geometry of that room. Yeah, you can ceiling walk. If there's no exit, if there's no other room on the side that you're ceiling walking to, like it'll just kick you out of the palace. But in this case, in the case that was like a minute or so ago, you can walk in that direction, and just it doesn't make any difference whether you are on top of the wall or going through the door. It's not like against the rules or anything. And then trying to despawn the fire. And that is Thunder from TAH. So he is ready to go.
Yep.
Oh, no. Oh.
Ooh, that is match for Taelin.
Especially after getting through most of the fight. Actually, shield is less useful in this fight than reflect is, because like the fire hurts, but usually if you get hit by the fire, it's just a life gone because it'll push you into the lava. But reflect you can use to block those lava shots. And I mean, there are times when you might die traditionally here, but usually it's from getting knocked into lava.
TH heading for the Valley of Death now, which will be GP for him. Let's try the cave though. There we go. And 1:15:58 there for TH on the curtain.
Yeah, at this point, TH is ahead more than just one full palace, because of course Taelin is not quite done with Barba here, and then he's still got to pick up Thunder, and he still hasn't found the raft location, so you might even say that's about 2 palaces worth of content right there.
Yeah, I don't think P4 itself was too terrible at Palace, but yeah, the biggest issue was just that Taelin hasn't found that raft tile, unfortunately. So far, his route in GP is hold right.
Can't argue with that. Meta's meta for a reason, so might as well do it that way.
Heading north here on the east, which makes sense for him. He knows Nibiru's up here somewhere, and he thinks he's going to find a way to Maze Island up here as well, which we know is not the case, but there's going to be info from him. He is being thorough and checking now, so that's
yeah. He does know what he's looking for at this point. That is the first step to happiness.
Well, in the movie room here for TAH taking a death to this orange chicken knight.
Not the hardest of emoji rooms, so I mean, Taelin really has to hope for a very difficult GP at this point. So
that's rude. Okay, I did kind of miss exactly how TH got to the brew, but the northeast corner and the northwest corner of the east are separated. You have to go a different way to get there. And Taelin's not having fun with these little encounters. Yeah, just walk it.
yeah, I have a hard time with fairy feet sometimes as well. I probably hit it, you know, on average, maybe like half the time.
Yeah, it's not the easiest of strats. You'll need to head west and then north to get to your Nibiru. And then he'll find out that the raft tile or that connector cave are not up there and he needs to go somewhere else. I would also backtrack to P6 here, because he's on his last life. Actually, okay, Nibiru wasn't in the farm after all. It was just over here. Oops.
Oh my gosh. That life was cast right in time. Like if he hadn't cast it when he did, he would have taken a bop and lost a life there. It just goes to show, you know, you got that magic, and if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. And he did not. He did not lose it. There is a potential jar here. I don't think it's the right time to make the attempt to find it, though.
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, actually, he actually might want to go back and make an attempt for it, because he can't cast Thunder right now, so you're going to have to take a death.
Shout out to this River Devil of complete uselessness, by the way.
JLo correcting me. I guess there's two versions of that room. Nice. Oh man, that that bridge tile in the middle of nowhere. It's a sign. Find the thing that looks like me.
Yeah, which Taelin knows he hasn't. Which Taelin knows Taelin has seen the northern coast. He's checked DM. He should know he needs to double check his coasts. He is going to the Valley of Death now, which makes sense for him. He doesn't know this is GP because he hasn't found Maze Island. Unfortunately, this is going to be a waste of time.
Yeah, quite a bit of one, unfortunately, because getting back to the coast will. Okay,
that might be helpful actually if he goes checking the coast instead of that.
Yeah, for sure. It could end up that way. Oh man, what a rude bird. Yeah, GP's a little scary sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. That's one thing that Zelda 2 definitely has over some other Zelda games, you know? You got a very intimidating final dungeon. That's starting over, but he has plenty of time to give, and he knows where to go because he's already fought T-Bird.
Yep. Taelin is making his way back to the east. Let's see where he goes. Taelin. He's gonna go back to the Valley of Death, which from his perspective does make sense, because if this is P4, he might as well do this before GP. Unfortunately, it is GP. Again, this is just kind of a little bit of unfortunate luck for Taelin, and a little that it just so happened that the Raptile was hiding in a spot that was just off screen for him. And this is something that you should always be mindful of with vanilla maps, is that, or just any map really, but especially vanilla lakes and islands does this to you too, is that be mindful that there might be stuff hiding just off the edge of your screen, and you need to make sure you don't miss it, because otherwise, this can happen.
Yeah, you need to be thorough. I think in his last attempt, he didn't even check the southwest in general, did he?
He's written it off. I don't think he thinks he doesn't know that it's there.
Like, he checked all 3 corners except for that corner.
Yep.
Or all 4 except for that one. Yeah, I mean, I know in a way it makes sense to go for VOD, but
because if it's GP and the maze, it just wastes some time. Unfortunately for Luz.
Yeah, but more than that, like he even if he's putting off finding the other, the entrance to Maze Island, he still has to do it. So.
He does, but he wants to. He's taking the 50-50 that this is P4, so he can get it done and just do Maze in one trip. Which does make sense for him, it just happens to be not the case.
Yeah, it's...
Like, if this was P4, Taelin doesn't lose time by going here.
In theory? But then he's still...
Like, it doesn't...
Still
if this
stumped.
was... Yes, but it doesn't change it either way, is that it would still be fine if that had been P4. It's just clear and give himself some time to think, maybe. Like, I agree, I might have from his perspective, I get it. We happen to know it's GP, so, and he now knows that, having just seen it, but, he just wanted to get it done, which is fine, I think. These fairy feats. Back to T-Bird's room on TH's side.
Did he see that it was GP there?
Yes, Taelin saw it was GP. Question now is, where's Taelin going? Also needs to up A at that P6 nearby before he game overs again. I realizes he should do that, which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, okay, doing that now. Oh, no, Taelin. He's definitely checking every part of the map, he just unfortunately isn't checking the one corner he needs.
I don't want to replace the bubble with the DVD logo.
Ooh, and that is a game over for Taelin again. I would have game over it. Not game over. I would have updated the P6 to update at the palace before doing that?
Yeah, you're not worried about levels at this point.
This is rather unfortunate. And it won't take him long to double check this DM, and it's just a complete waste of time, unfortunately. Been a while since he was last here, so he's just making sure. Yeah, no, Taelin out this way is completely useless. That ocean existing is just a quirk of how vanilla like DMs are set up. There is nothing out there.
Yeah, wow. He is totally stumped right now. And that's Dark Zelda. Sword Shield's not going to help at this point.
No, it's not.
And keep your finger on the G's, guys. Alright. GG's in chat for TAH. Finishing first in this race. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get a DNF from Taelin when he sees TH having finished.
Not yet, at least for the moment.
Yeah.
TH I know will not be joining us for an interview, but GG's to him. He is gonna be. He does take the win here. This was a best of 3 series, and that was Game 2 to TH, and he will be moving on. I'm also not sure that Taelin has seen the dot done yet, since he hasn't said anything in the race time room.
Yeah, that's why I said when he sees it. So, who does Alan face after this? Let me see if I can...
I need to track down the challenge myself. Where did I put it? As Taelin has handed in the debt forfeit. I don't blame him at all for that one. GG's.
Yeah, GG. It was a good attempt. You know, sometimes there's just something that is a blind spot in your mind, you know? It happens.
Absolutely. And TH gets clunked with trails next round.
Oh, oh man. Well,
the number 1 seed out of Swiss are 5-0. It's gonna be a tough one.
Well, good luck. You definitely, I could see you beating Trails, but it's going to be a difficult fight for sure.
Absolutely. I also hate TH in chat. GG's.
Has Talon said whether he's coming in or not?
I am not sure. But yeah, GG's TH. Unfortunately, kind of the story of this seed is, unfortunately, Taelin just never found Maze Island. Is the issue. Never had fell into a bit of the classic vanilla like trap of just and just general map render trap, but particularly for vanilla likes, where just never quite walked far over enough on the map to see that raft tile. Uh, Taylin was a bit ahead for a little bit to some things. He had some rough early game overs, TH, but that Maze Island ended up being the kicker for him.
Yeah, 100%.
Otherwise, though, early boots lock was kind of funny for this seed. But once you got past that, I don't think, and just then fighting the raft tile, but I don't otherwise wasn't too terrible. I think the spots that were a little, just raft tile ended up being a thing, but tail in the end never quite found it, and ended up deciding to hand in the forfeit that you don't win him at all on. But yeah, I don't not seeing a response from Taylor, so he might not be interviewing here.
Kind of seems like it. Yeah, it kind of seems that way. Maybe give him another minute. And yeah, I mean, he actually, Talon had a slight lead in, let's say, the first quarter of the game. And then it was, maybe more or less even for the next quarter. And then for the other half, like the second half of the game, Allen's advantage was expanding sort of minute by minute. I'd say Allen started getting his advantage back when he picked up down stab and ferry earlier.
I think that helped a fair bit, yeah, because Talon didn't get those as early as Alan did. Just Talon unfortunately game overed in Hammer Cave pretty early, and uh, that meant he got to the medicine a fair bit later.
All right. Do you think this is probably enough time to have given Talon?
Yeah, I think we can probably call it here. Yep. So let's see. GG's though again to both our runners, TH and to Talon. TH going to move on to round 2 of brackets. Going to face off against Trails, the number 1 seed from Swiss there. Talon, I believe, will be eligible for the Nibiru Invitational if he so chooses, although that is optional. Body is out of date. Um, thank you. Please give both of our runners a follow there, Alan and Talon, as well as to thank you to Nightcrawler for commentating with me and Tomatalk for doing the tracking tonight.
Yeah, of course. Um, Talon, if you're listening to this, it's happened to me in several races. So, sometimes you just get that mental blind spot. It happens to everyone, and you'll figure out how to avoid it in the future in Zelda 2. And we know that you have solved that problem in your other randomizers. So, looking forward to seeing more of you, man.
Absolutely, yeah, it was a good race. Just yeah, bit of a just rando you on that one. But yeah, coming up ahead on the schedule here, don't go anywhere because we've got another Z2R race coming up right after this, starting in just under 20 minutes. That'll be game 2 between Paratrooper and Valence. And then we've got more races throughout the week, including a lot more Z2R, LT2PR semis, and then some more, and then assortment of other tournaments as well besides that. But for now here, we're gonna go take a little bit of a break, stretch your legs, get a snack, and then come on back here in about 20 minutes or so, and we'll be back with more Z2R.